Mike Perlak here to entertain you with the help of Simon and Garfunkel. I'd rather be a hammer than a nail. Yes, I would. If I only could, I surely would. Yeah, one day this week I was listening to Simon and Garfunkel at work. Boy, sun's rays are coming through the window and creating this optical illusion here. But I was listening to Simon and Garfunkel one day this week at work, and, I got to thinking, even with my masochistic tendencies, I too would rather be a hammer than a nail. I mean, only God is worth submitting to, and either way, you're going to get a headache. That's what you call putting things in perspective. And in any event, no matter what, you're always going to have some kind of bridge over troubled waters. Just ask Julio down by the schoolyard, or Cecilia. Just don't let her break your heart. I'm slowly going through all my personal effects, and I've gotten rid of a lot of stuff. I've thrown out a lot of stuff. I've given away a lot of stuff. But I decided to keep these Groucho marks I bought when I was living at home and had disposable income. Didn't have a mortgage and a car payment. My memory of Groucho Marx is actually quite vague. I recall I was probably 8, 9 years old and watching a program in black and white on TV, and he's talking to this heavy woman and inquiring her about her age. And she says that she weighs 250 pounds. And add another 250 to that, he says to the camera, essentially. But beyond that, I don't remember much else. I remember his mannerism mainly. Alright, I don't want this video to be too long, but I did want to elaborate on some of my video shorts recently. I made a video short stating that the detective in charge of my father's case had inquired to me about whether or not, when I was at his apartment in January, if I had grabbed my father's wig and movie script. I said, Detective, I wouldn't know where to hell to locate that stuff. But it makes sense. My father, those of you who have seen a little bit of him I've had on here, that his wig and his movie script would be his prized possessions. I mean, after all, Sony's going to buy my movie script and make me a millionaire. And when I put my wig on, the whole world thinks I'm 30. This is what the boy believes. I told him, I actually had a little spark of hope when he casually had told me that he was going to get help with his script from his church. Whatever. I told him to go to Angel Studios, the private or independent film organization that made Sound of Freedoms, or even Epicverse, started by YouTuber Jonahrises. But nope, he's got to go to Sony or Disney because that's where I'll get the most money, he said. Whatever. The thing is, he told me that he believes he spoke to the head of Sony over the phone. And I told him that my son said the hell with Disney, and he liked that. That's what he told me. Again, this could just be him making stuff up, because my father's known for that. Telling people what he thinks they want to hear to get them to do his bidding. That's just his nature. It's what he does. But I told him he's got a good idea for a movie, a storytelling, a script. Unfortunately, even what he's got was typed up by his sister when she was still alive. But unfortunately, he needs a lot of help. So much help that I would imagine there wouldn't be much of a return, an ROI for him, because that's how much help he would need to execute this idea of his for a story. I also made a video short that was basically inspired by a movie from Matt Cross of the 33 Secrets and Alpha Male Secrets YouTube channels. He made a video called Being a Stud is Hard, Being a Slut is Easy. And that's what promoted my video short, being a real man who brings value to the table and the people, value to the world and to the people in his life takes hard work and effort. Being a female on OnlyFans is testament to how modern feminism, with the help of male feminists, has given women a free pass without effort. What I would ask is, who are these Beta Simpson cucks giving these females money? I mean, you get bored of one, you go on to the next. Female nature is so sad that they're so starved for male attention. There's plenty of them out there. You get bored of one, go on to the next. It's the only reason why OnlyFans exists is because female nature is primitive like that. They cannot be content unless every male eye is on them. And there's a reason for this. Because they're not getting the eye of the one male that they want. That's why it's pointless. It's pointless to appease females. As a man, it's pointless to appease a female. Now, OnlyFans, I wouldn't, I wouldn't make a wife out of one of them, whether I'm a real man or not. If I'm not, okay, fine. I'll just be on my own either way. Modern feminism says that it's a sin because I'm a guy, and us guys are not allowed to have standards when it comes to the females we allow in our lives. That's what modern feminists teach. Modern feminism. Now I got one more thing to say related to that, and that's call me old-fashioned, but a real turnoff for me is you see these girls now that walk around saying bro. Hey bro, how's it going? Hey, how you doing, bro? Hey bro. But it reminded me of the Tim Allen, the home improvement show that was on. I caught it in syndication growing up. But he had that R thing he'd do, and he was happy, successful at something, or felt like he was going in the right direction. He had that R thing. R. Well, I remember one episode where the wife, Jill, tried to pull that off with him. And his reaction, like, no intelligent dialogue, but you, the audience, understood the meaning. Men and women are just different. I guess you can't expect much from a system whose leadership can't answer a simple question like, what is a woman? All right, I just wanted to also talk briefly about some things I've learned about health. Overeating and undereating can cause me to have a severe migraine in the middle of the night. I'm not a health expert. I'm just talking about what I do and what I've learned through trial and error, which is basically the best teacher in life, I think. But I discovered that overeating and undereating both can cause me to wake up in the middle of the night with a severe headache. But trial and error really is the best teacher for this kind of stuff. If you honestly think the FDA is looking out for your best interests, you're a special kind of stupid. I mean, doctors, there are good and bad doctors, but the FDA, in my opinion, totally corrupt. And it's not necessarily the doctor's fault. I mean, there are good doctors out there that tell you exercise, eat right. So, people want the quick fix. No, just give me the pill. Give me the magic pill. Nope, magic pill don't exist. The folks just don't want to hear the truth. So it's not totally the doctor's faults. But the FDA, totally corrupt. Unfortunately, the FDA also has a lot of good doctors by the short and curlies, and in terms of what they promote to their patients. My eating disorder is radically different these days. I woke up in the middle of the night with a headache. I ate a Special K 12-gram protein bar, which is selling point is the fact that it does not have a whole lot of sugar in it in comparison to a traditional candy bar. So headache started to subside. I woke up again and noticed it had subsided. I woke up a few more hours later and the migraine was back. I actually had to drink a Monster, salted caramel Java Monster, before it finally, and like in an instant, went away and it was done. And what always ticked me off about this is it frustrates me because I don't know if it's the sugar that made my headache go away or the caffeine. And that's what I'm trying to. I think I'm pinpointing it though. But my eating disorder is radically different than it used to be. It used to just be I ate too much. Now it's like sometimes I eat too much, sometimes I don't eat enough. Especially since my lifestyle has become the complete opposite of a sedentary lifestyle. Now I'm glad I was able to make the headache go away though with that Monster because I didn't want to eat anything. I'm actually going to go to my second job early. They have a hot deli bar there, so I can go there early and grab a slab of ribs and maybe a few carbs and have that be my lunch and dinner for the day, my main meal for the day. But that's enough on that. I'm going to have to shave and hop in the shower and go to my second job. I only got the one job today, luckily. That's why I have the time to do this. But I did want to talk a little bit about some of the stuff going on in the news. Nikki Haley. She thinks she's going to be president. I probably shouldn't laugh. Given the internal corruption, she just might become president. And who the hell is promoting Taylor Swift for public office? I mean, unless 12-year-old girls can vote, and I'm sure the Democratic Party would love that, I don't see this happening. And I was watching Real Time with Bill Maher, while I was getting ready to do this video, and he mentioned Bill Maher actually thanked Jesus that he has no kids. Me too. I also thank Jesus that Bill Maher doesn't have any kids. Enjoy your wacky tobacco, Bill. Hey, if that's all you need to be content, good for you. Good. God bless you. But Bill Maher, they say, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. He did have something nice to say in the new rules section of his show that I totally agreed with. He pointed out the fact that in the past, 60s, 70s, 80s, there were very few songs that glorified money and materialism. I mean, he had Money, That's What I Want, Madonna's Material Girl, but there really wasn't a whole. Mainly, people were singing about love and and that kind of thing, in the past. But now it's like that's all these songs are about now is money and promoting this flashy car, those bags that females like, whatever the hell it is. I have no time to concern myself with this BS. I really don't. But it's like modern songs are just one big fat promotion for big business now. Amazing how that works. Almost every new song that comes out is just one big fat promotion for some sort of corporation. Funny how that works. Bill also had some politician, a heavyset black gentleman, I don't remember his name, but he was pointing out the fact that we need to hold politicians' feet to the fire on policy, which of course got a clap from his, primarily, I believe, leftist audience, which I would agree with that. I would agree. But what policies are we talking about? Because I would not support a policy that says, well, you get what you need and even a little bit what you want for free, and you don't have to work for it. I wouldn't support that policy. As a conservative, as somebody who is not ignorant to human nature, I would not support that policy. I really got to create a system where I do my YouTube videos in the morning after my brain is rested. It reflects on the quality of my content. If I try to make a video after I'm done working 2 jobs and then I come home, I got to come up with a system where I do it in the morning from now on. I've reached this conclusion before on this platform. You know, my YouTube channel has been around for a few years now. But anyways, I did want to talk about the Georgia DA, Fani Willis. Yeah, she's the one that she used her subordinate boyfriend to do her bidding. And she's out there, no, they're just trying to tarnish my name. You know, she rose to influence on the idea. She was telling people, I'm going to get Trump. Yeah, I'm going to get Trump. That's her whole platform. I'm going to get Trump. That's how she came to influence. To which the only thing I just have to say is, what are you talking about, Willis? And I also wanted to mention out, you know, these left supporting political elitists. They always say, in regards to Trump, our democracy is at threat. We're going to lose our democracy. Our democracy. Always failing, I believe intentionally, to point out that we do not live in a hardcore, straight-up democracy. We live in a democracy within a constitutional republic. They always fail to point that out. And do you know why? I'm going to propose a possibility why. Because it would contradict, it'd be a contradiction, which would interfere with their already brainwashed remaining supporters. That's really all I got. I just wanted to point out one other thing. Did you hear about that guy? Somewhere down south, maybe Kentucky or Tennessee. Anyways, this guy had a barn or something full of scrap metal and old motors and just industrial junk. And for some reason, he used it over time to make a homemade helicopter. He said it was a life ambition he had, but he's glad it's over and done now, because now he can work on his second life ambition, dying in an explosive helicopter crash. That's what you call a self-fulfilling prophecy. Mike Paralack, thank you for your time. Go to work and enjoy some ribs before I gotta punch in.